So, good day. Our topic for today is communication. Now, what is communication? Communication is a process. It is a process of sharing and conveying messages or information from one person to another within and across channels, context, media, and cultures. So, there is a wide variety of contexts and situations in which communication can be manifested. It can be a face-to-face interaction, a phone conversation, a group discussion, a meeting or interview, a letter correspondence, a class recitation, and many others. Now, communication occurs between two or more people, which is the speaker and the receiver. So, communication can be expressed through written or spoken words, actions, or nonverbal, which is sign languages, then or both spoken words and nonverbal actions at the same time. So, same as doing a speech. Now, the elements of communication. Communication is divided into two elements which help us better understand its mechanics or process. These elements are the following. So the first element is the communicator, which is the person who sends the idea. Second is the receiver. The receiver is the person who receives the idea. Third is the transmission, the act, way, or the method of issuing or sending the ideas. Now, the fourth one is the message, which is the idea, order, instruction, advice, suggestion, observation, appeal, or report, which is to be communicated. Now, lastly is the response, or what we call the feedback. So, a response is the reaction or the reply of the person to whom the message was communicated. Now, in the process of communication, first one is the speaker generates an idea. Second one is the speaker encodes an idea or converts the idea into words or actions. The third one is the speaker transmits or sends out a message. Now, the next process of it is the receiver gets the message. Next, the receiver decodes or interprets the message based on the context. And lastly, the receiver sends or provides feedback. Now, the example of it is the speaker, which is Daphne, loves Rico, which is her suitor, but as a friend. Now, the speaker encodes an idea and convert the idea into words. So she thinks of how to tell him using their native language. Now the speaker transmits or sends out a message. So she tells him, Daphne tells Rico that, Rico, mahal kita bilang kaibigan. Now the receiver gets the message. So Rico hears what Daphne says. So the receiver decodes or interprets the message based on the context. So Rico tries to analyze what she means based on the content and the relationship. And Rico is heartbroken. Now the receiver sends or provides feedback. So the feedback that the receiver, that Rico had sent, is he frowns and does not say something because he is in pain. Now, the Shannon-Weaver model of communication. So, as you can see at the diagram, there's the information source, which is the speaker, the one who produced the message, and the message was being transmitted or encoded. Now, the signal sent. So, at this channel, you can see at the bottom of it is the noise. So, the noise can be the barriers, which is the barrier of a communication. So the channels, it was received. So the receiver decodes the message, and the receiver and the message got its destination, which is the receiver who decodes it. Now, the Shannon-Weaver model, known as the mother of all communication models. The Shannon-Weaver model, which is in 1949, depicts communication is a linear or one-way process consisting of 5 elements. So, it was already said at the diagram, which is the source, which is the producer of message, a transmitter, the one who encodes the message into signals, a channel, which is signals adapted for transmission, the receiver, the one who decodes a message from the signal, and a destination. Now, this model, however, has been criticized for missing the one essential element in the communication process, which is the feedback. So, without feedback, the speaker will not know whether the receiver understands the message or not. Now, the next model came from David K. Berlo. So it is called the SMCR model of communication. So observe the diagram. So at the source, it has its communication skills, attitudes, knowledge, social system, and culture. Now, it was encoded into message, which is the content, elements, treatment, structure, and code. Now, it was transmitted into channel, which is the part of channel is hearing, seeing, touching, smelling, tasting. Now it was being decoded by the receiver. So the receiver had its feedback by its communication skills, attitudes, knowledge, social system, and culture. So David Berlo's SMCR model of communication represents the process of communication in its simplest form. The acronym SMCR stands for sender, message, channel, and receiver. So Berlo's SMCR model of communication on 1960 describes the different components that form the basic process of communication. Because this communication tool also emphasizes the coding and decoding of the message, it can be used for more efficient communication. So that's it. So any questions about communication?
None so far, sir.
Okay, so that's the end of our topic. Have a nice day and goodbye.